Hey guys, so welcome to day 15 and our first day outdoors. So I said I'd celebrate the good weather and sunshine we've been getting here by bringing the practice to the park. So whether you're doing this inside or outside, if you have a back garden, it might be nice to change it up today if you have the weather, or if there's a park nearby your house, or if not, even just opening the window to let some air in. So we'll start off in mountain pose today, feet hip distance apart. Spine nice, tall and stacked above your hips, shoulders down and relaxed, neck neutral, and you can just soften your eyes, palms facing forward. We'll just take a couple of moments here to ground ourselves, feel the 3 points of contact with our feet on the ground. So the knuckle under our big toe or little toe and the center of our heel, and really firm through these. And as you firm through these points, you might feel a lift in your quads and an automatic strengthening and lengthening in your posture. So we'll raise our hands overhead. We'll catch our left wrist with our right hand and bend to the right. Keeping our gaze soft, nice side body stretch here just to loosen up as we start off today. And then coming back to center and catching the opposite wrist with the opposite hand and moving to the left side, getting that nice side body stretch. So you want to feel a stretch all along your outer side here, but you don't want to overdo it. So again, just going into deeper breaths, helping you to get a deeper stretch. And back to center, bringing our arms to shoulder height and just beginning to make small circles going forward. So again, this is just a nice way to loosen out the shoulders, which is where most people hold tension. And also at the moment, as we're spending extra time on the phone, it could be a little bit tighter than normal. So a nice way of easing it out. And then we'll just begin to do those same circles now in the opposite direction, so going backwards. And just ensure that the movement is coming from the shoulders rather than the hands. Very nice. And from here we'll come to still and we'll tilt slightly to one side, back to center, tilt to the other, back to center, and again. Center, right, center, left, center, right, center. So these are very subtle movements, just continue doing that. But again, it's just a nice way to ease out the shoulders, and then we'll shrug them up to our ears and drop them. Shrug and drop. Shrug, tense, 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 and let go. Shrug, and then we'll start to ease our shoulders up and back a few times, and in the opposite direction, bringing them forward. So a few simple exercises. You can do these even seated, but it's just a great way to loosen out those tight shoulder muscles. So from here, we're going to step our feet about 3 to 4 feet apart, our two legs in line with each other, feet facing the one direction, our hips facing forward. So you can put your hands on your hips as you start to lean your upper body over, hinging from the hips, nice flat back, and place your hands on either side of your foot. If you have a block or a book, you can always put them under your hands for this. And again, you're really grounding through your feet, your gaze is between your hands, and your breathing is nice and soft and deep. From here, you'll bring a bend into your front knee, so your knee is stacked above your ankle. You'll move your back foot back slightly and come onto the ball of your back foot, hands on either side. You're in a nice low lunge, using your core here for strength, pinning your navel up. So you're making sure that your center isn't just, I suppose, just letting go and just lying on your leg. Instead, you want to pin it in. Then you bring your back knee down and you come up to prayer hands on your front and twist to the right hand side. So your left elbow is on your right knee. And again, your gaze is coming over your hands. It's a nice spot actually to do yoga. As you can see, there's a lady passing there. There is a woman with a buggy a minute ago. There's people out running. So there's a nice vibe. And there's a little playground and skate park too. So we'll come into the opposite side. So we have our left foot forward, right foot back, 3 to 4 feet apart, both facing forward in parallel lines to each other. Place your hands on your hips, hinge forward, And once you're ready, bring your hands to the ground on either side of your front foot. Nice flat back, lengthening, really grounding through your feet, and your gaze is soft between your hands. Inhaling and exhaling as we bend our front knee, knee above ankle, step our right foot back slightly and coming onto the ball of the foot, hands on either side of our front foot, gaze either straight ahead or down between our hands. So if you're feeling a bit unstable, you look down. If you're feeling quite balanced, you can look forward. From here, we'll bring our right knee to the ground and we have our left knee still the same. We bring our hands to prayer and turn so that our elbow is leaning on our left knee as we look out in the direction of our hands. So you can keep the back foot tucked or you can bring it flat to the ground. Tucking it just gives a little more stability. Back to centre and step our right foot up to meet our left. From here we're just going to come to a nice gentle forward fold. So we'll bring our hands to the backs of our calves or to the front of our shins, wherever is comfortable, and allow our front body to drape over our legs. From here we'll come up into monkey pose, so flat back, so nice long elongated legs, nice flat back, hands forward, shoulder distance apart, reaching through the fingertips. If this feels like too much of a stretch, bring your hands to your shins or your thighs. Putting a slight bend in our left knee, keeping our left hand on the ground as we reach up to the right with our right hand and allow our gaze to follow. Again, for a bit more stability, you can bring your gaze to the ground. And again, if you're outside, maybe enjoying the view of the sky, bring your right hand back, bending the right knee, leaning with the right hand and raising our left hand as we gaze up towards our left hand. And exhaling here as we come back down. From here, we'll lift back up into a flat back. So remember, on the ground, on our shins or on the tops of our thighs, most importantly, that we've a nice flat back so our spine is supported. And just inhaling and exhaling here. Then we'll come back into a forward fold, hands to calves, upper body draped over lower as we breathe here. Bringing our left hand down as we set up for warrior two. So left foot is pointing forward, knee above ankle. Right foot is about 4 to 5 feet back and our right foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Hips are stacked on our pelvis and our hands are parallel to the ground. Our gaze is forward. From here, we'll bring both feet parallel to each other as we transition to the right hand side. So now our right ankle is below our right knee. Our left foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Our hands are parallel to the ground and our gaze is over our right hand. And just breathing deeply here. Then bring our feet parallel again and come into a wide-legged forward fold. So you can hold on to your feet or just let your arms drape here, or you can bring opposite hand to opposite elbow and rock gently from side to side. It's just a nice release between the pose, allowing our head to come below our heart. And then we'll come into a flat back forward fold. So here we're coming onto our fingertips, keeping our gaze down between our fingertips and keeping our legs as they are. So really grounding through our feet and then heel toeing our feet together. And from here, just very gently, vertebrae by vertebrae, allowing our spine to unravel as we come back up into a standing position, allowing our neck and head to be the last to lift, maybe giving our shoulders a nice gentle shrug. And we'll end our practice today in mountain pose, so feet hip distance apart or slightly closer. Spine nice and supported, stacked above our hips. Palms facing forward, hands by your side, shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed, gaze soft. Mountain pose, a fitting one for our first day practicing with nature in sight. And as we begin to slow our practice, just check in with your body. Notice how it is feeling now towards the end of our practice. And notice how your breathing is. And gradually allow your breathing to come back to its normal rhythm and pace. We'll raise our hands above, bring them to heart center. As you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, in your words, in your heart, your body and soul.